So the first question that comes up for most people is how do I invite that opening step? How does that work? Well, there's actually a sort of a learned process about how we get from there. So this is a step-by-step, but eventually you're essentially just going to walk, not literally, you're going to walk right through it. But this is think of this as an exercise and nothing more than that. This is not how we would typically lead this, not by any stretch of the imagination. So I want to show you the idea.
While we're dancing, you mean?
Not while we're dancing.
Okay.
This would be something that, let's do this right from that angle. Okay. So that you can see the upper camera. We want to go back just a little bit, right about there. Okay. So the first things first is we, as the person who's initiating, the person who's receiving it, I want to send intention. And what does that mean? It means that I'm going to ask for something. And I'm not pushing, I'm not pulling, even though it looks like I'm doing X, Y, and Z. So here I'm going to transfer her weight from her left to her right. Yes. And now I'm going to ask for, that would be the intention, for her to extend that leg, and look what happens. Oh my God, it's a miracle. So that's the first part. We need to invite the intention for that leg to extend. Now we need to change that just a little bit. So I want to show you something. So what she did was I asked for that extension to go straight back. And if she's paying attention, she will hear that as, oh, this feels like a walking step. So now, just so you can see it one more time, it's boom, just like that. Yes? And it's a little bit of forward intention on my part. That's it. I'm not pushing, I'm not pulling, there's no leaning over her, not happening. It's a little bit of forward intention. Now we need to change it just a little bit, un poquito. So instead of sending it there, I want to send it on the diagonal. So my intention is not to go there. My intention is to actually send her leg, or invite her leg on the 45-degree angle. So that would be this guy. Boom. Yes. One more time. Boom. Yes. So what she's doing is I'm deliberately asking, note the words there, I'm deliberately asking for her to cross over her bottom meridian. She now knows that there's something a little wonky going on here. Now we get to the next part. So you're going to say to her, well, wait, where's the crossing part, Miles? I'm getting to it. Chillax. So how do we get to the crossing part? Let's do it from this angle. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the toy. So it's this. So I may ask for, boom, yes, she's crossed her bottom meridian. Now I want to bring that leg back. How do I do it? By using backwards intention. Ha! Look what happened. She crossed her feet. Kind of cool. All right, so this is how we would invite that idea. However, now we want to speed it up a little bit. Now we need to add a little something to it that kind of sort of sets it up, makes it a little bit more usable, a little bit easier to do this. And that's known as a little bit of a U, or a little bit of a hook. What am I talking about? So that would mean taking that. I detest the use of this word, but I'm in that state of I need to be brief with this. So I have to use a little bit of, I'm not going to use the word. Never mind.
Do
it. Not going to happen. So
yeah. I tried.
So I'm going to go vroom, vroom. What did I do? I led a little tiny U. What I did was, let's do this from this angle. You're going to stay right there. You're not going to do anything. So I'm going to get into the shot and watch what happens to my body. I'm going to go boom, boom. Yes, you'll notice the U shape that I'm creating with my entire body. That U shape is sending her leg out and around, like this, out and around. It's an upside down U if you want to think about it that way. So that's basically the component that we're looking for of how do we actually lead, if you want to think about it that way, how do we actually lead the back cross? And that's pretty much the hardest step about the Milonguero Turn for both roles. We're going to talk about how to receive that in just a little bit, but mostly that's the leading component if you want to think about it that way. All right, so thank you.
Can I just point out
she wants to point out.
none of this
right.
was not involved.
Right, thank you very much.
No hands were damaged in the making of this.
She is 100% correct. Thank you. Let me dovetail that because it's really easy to look at the video, you know, from that angle, or even from that angle, or even from that angle, and go, he must be using his hands. So let's throw something out of the equation. So you're going to say to yourself, you're using your arms, Miles. What she's going to do is she's going to use one finger on each bicep. And the only reason that that's there is to create contact, physical contact with my body, so that it makes it a little bit easier to hear me and for me to hear her. But other than that, watch what happens. Did I use my arms? No. Did I need to use my arms? No. And to be honest with you, she didn't even need to use her arms. I'm just making things a little bit easier. So let's take the arms out of the equation. Now she really has to pay attention. So watch what happens. So watch what happens. So watch what happens. Did we need our arms? Answer, no, we did not. So, does that mean that you don't need your arms? Guess what? No, you don't.